Hey, what's up YouTube? Sky Badger here, and we're back with another experiment. Today, I want to figure out if RNG, or random number generators, exist within Call of War. This test was suggested to me by David Chen, and basically what it entitles is setting up a series of equal battles. So as you can see here, free infantry, American infantry, level 6, so max, fighting free, British infantry, level 6, so max again. And I've set 5 of these battles up, and I'm going to record the hit points of each side and every individual battle to see if there is a difference within them. If we see any difference within these battles, due to the fact they're set up the exact same, the units were made at the exact same time, and everything is identical, the environment they're fighting on, the time that the combat starts, if there's any difference in hit points, then that would suggest that there is a random number generator at play, or at least another variable we don't know of. But it'll be easier just to conclude as a random number generator. That'll save more experiments. So, with that said, basically how I'm going to start this is I'm going to start by, as the United States, so on this side of the screen, I'm going to click on the British, and I'm going to declare war. And then the fighting should begin, hopefully. There we go. Okay. So every unit started off with 100% health. There's no exception to this. And we just need to wait for this one to refresh as well. There we go. So now they're fighting. I've moved every artillery piece, every battleship out of the way, so there are no external factors involved. And now it's just sitting and waiting and seeing how this fight goes. So yeah, although they haven't actually taken any casualties yet. They just got to wait now. Oh, then they can't just got upgraded. Okay, so yeah, if we just have a quick look, we can already see that there is definitely variation within the health of the units, and it is quite substantial. If we have a look at this unit here stores 80% health, while the units around it are all down in the 60s. So I'll be back a little bit later on to conclude this video and share what I find, and I'll record it every hour just to see how the battle goes. So we're back within an hour, and this is just where the combat flips over. So basically what happens is all the troops take a different amount of damage. It's not exactly the same, and it's not really proportional either. So we're just going to wait, and we're just going to flip ahead to the last hour of combat, and then we'll see the final results. So here we are on the last hour of combat for this fight, and any second now it's going to tick over. Any second now. Boom, there we go. As you can see, there's 1 British unit left and 4 Americans. So it is pretty clear that this was not an even fight at all. Now, it is a glitch. If we look on the British side of the screen, you can see that there is an American infantry missing. That is actually there. So we're just going to head over to the spreadsheet now and have a look at what all of those results look like. So here we are on the spreadsheet. I'm going to make this nice and quick because I know no one wants to look at the spreadsheet on a video about Call of War. So basically, I'm just going to explain the layout and then the conclusion that I've reached based on the test. So up in these first rows 27 to 32, we have the first round of combats, the test that I showed you guys. After that was done, I went ahead and I ran a second round to make sure that these got different tests as well. That test occurred under the exact same situation, scenario, everything about it was identical. So if we have a look at the results, we can see that there is heaps of variation, and if you guys want to have a look at the numbers, you can sure pause and have a look at them for yourself, but for the sake of keeping this short and sweet, I'm going to move to these 2 graphs I've produced down here. Now, these graphs are not exactly the best graphs, but they show what I want to show you guys perfectly. So these graphs are made from the data I collected from the second round of testing, which was not shown in the video. And basically what it shows is that for each division, so you know, obviously the 11th, 17th, 28th, 31st, and 36th, for the British on this side, and then for the American divisions on this side, which is I didn't put it in the legend down here, but for the 17th, 16th, 14th, 6th, and 13th, we can see basically that the hit points are all taking different tracks. Although they seem to converge in the same places, that is just due to there being a max and minimum. If there was not a max and a minimum and they could go into negatives, what we'd expect them to see is for them to take their own paths. So obviously up here, they're at the same point because they all started with full health, which was 45 hit points, and down here they all meet at the 0 because when a troop dies, it has 0. It can't go any lower. But the troops all take different paths to get there. Every division took their own route. If there was no random number generator at play, what we'd expect to see is every battle taking the same path and following the same route. And it's especially clear when we have a look at this. So this is what I drew out for the English. And as you can see, the divisions took a lot of variation and did not follow the same path even remotely. So this, I believe, is strong evidence that there is factors at play that we either don't know about, or there is a random number generator which has influence during fighting. So just to explain quickly, during the combat, the 11th fought the 17th, or the English 17th fought the American 16th, and then so on. So you can match the columns up that way if you want to have a close look at the data, and the same goes for the data above. So that's the conclusion I'm going to reach at this video, is there is either an unknowing factor in play or a random number generator. I'm not in a position to state what, because although I believe I've controlled for everything, it is possible that I missed something. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. Is this proof that a random number generator exists in Call of War, or am I just looking at the data wrong? Any constructive criticism is welcome, as long as it's not just criticism. And yeah, tell me what you guys think. Thank you for watching.